काय
हलवलं.
आलं?
क्लाउडला हलवलं. नाही मी ते
हा हा.
कॉम्प्युटरला केलं.
ठीक.
क्लाउड.
हो. तर पोच आहे ना?
Onboarding will be working. Okay, what are the things is required for the onboarding? How it simplify the onboarding process than manually? All the things we can be showing it in the onboarding introduction itself. We can discuss about the onboarding introduction, like what are the things are there, and in onboarding, what are the features will be available, and along with that features, how can we configure it, and how to simplify the process based on the onboarding 2.0. Okay, and it is mostly a integrated system with the employee central. So if we want to do the onboarding, then we will have to do the employee central as well. So employee central setup, like basic setup, is required for the onboarding configurations. So to simplify the experience for the employee onboarding, and we need a employee central basic setup. Okay, any queries about the onboarding? What is onboarding and all? Differences of the onboarding 1.0.
So how we integrate this onboarding to EC, Employee Center?
Yeah, in onboarding 2.0 and EC integration is nothing actually, Nikita. This is just a standard integration because we will be using the same data models for onboarding as well. No need a separate integration for onboarding to EC. It will be from RCM to EC integration so that data like RCM, how can we flow the fields from RCM to onboarding? That we will be integrating with the EC fields.
Okay, so RCM to onboarding, we must have some integration, is it?
Yes, we must have some integration.
Okay, and how we are doing the integration from RCM to onboarding?
Yeah, RCM to onboarding, we have the tool called recruit to hire data mapping. If you can go through the next slides.
Okay, okay. Sure.
Okay, recruit to hire data mapping is there. So in that recruit to hire data mapping, we will have to map the required fields, whatever data should flow from the RCM to onboarding. That integration we have to do there.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So some relevant features of the onboarding. So like in onboarding 1.4, which we do not have few features are integrated with an employee central and all. But when it comes to onboarding 2.4, we have so many features that is very accurate than onboarding 1.4, which is first one is the onboarding dashboard. So in the onboarding dashboard itself, we can track, like it will be for the admins moreover. Whatever we see now here, onboarding dashboard and all, these are for admins mainly. So like whoever is tracking the onboarding, whoever is monitoring the process of the onboarding, that they can easily track the status of the onboarding. Let's say candidate is in progress of the onboarding and tomorrow is their hire date, but they did not complete the onboarding. That time admins can check in the onboarding dashboard and they can see the status of the candidate and they can nudge them. Like they can remind that tomorrow is the hire date, please complete the onboarding for this onboarding process to smooth onboarding process. Like that we can like HR admins can just nudge the employees whoever is joining in the organization by seeing the onboarding dashboard status. And also we have the homepage styles, cards and notifications. So in onboarding 2.0, we have the so many homepage cards we can maintain that if it is pending with the data collection or something pending with the paperwork or something with the notifications or something, then we can give it in the home page style itself. In the home page only, we can remind the onboardee when he logins into the page. We can just remind them regarding this process is pending with you. You have to complete this, and to do actions will be there. That we can show it to them. This process is pending with you. Please complete as soon as possible. Like that, we can display the cards in the home page. Okay. And we have the pre-day one access. Pre-day one access is nothing but the one day before we will giving the start date, we are giving access to the onboarding, and we will get the new user ID for them, and that user ID will give access to the onboarding participants to complete it. Okay, this feature more on we will be using for the onboarding 1.0. This is no longer required for onboarding 2.0 pre-day one access, because this is the prerequisite setup with the employee central, and same ID will be coming like in the onboarding process itself. ID will be generating. So now pre-day one access is not that mandatory for onboarding 2.0. And here you can see integration with the employees RCM and employee central, right? This is the place where we will integrate the RCM and employee central. We need this mapping for the data collection process. Whatever data is, let's say we need some set of fields which we will be collecting in the RCM. That fields should automatically come with the data in onboarding. We do not require, we do not want to collect again and again the same data from the onboarding. That if we collect like that, user experience will be not good, right? In that case, what we will do, whatever data is collected in the RCM, that we will want to show it in the onboarding. If they want to change, then we will give the option to change, but we will not be asking again and again. So in that case, we have the consistency of the user experience. If you can see, yeah, I already given this in the RCM. So now I can see this here. So the data is correct only. They can review the data and they can edit the data by using this integration. Okay. And also onboarding it supports in the mobile devices also. So in the mobile device also, we can just log into the onboarding and we can complete the paperwork. Okay. And onboarding to EC, RCM to onboarding, this contingent workers are not supported for us. As of now, contingent worker feature is not available. Only like internal hire, external hire, rehire, and global assignment is available as of now. So contingent workers should not support from the onboarding. So if we want to do any contingent workers, then we have to do it in the EC itself. Okay, is it clear?
Satya, I have one query.
Yeah.
So, data mapping is happened in position management, right? In AC or some other place?
Which data mapping you are asking?
Onboarding to RCM and onboarding to EC.
That is not in the position management. Like requisition mapping and all will go through the position through, but it is
Okay.
not. It is from RCM to onboarding, right? This is not through the position. We have a separate tool called recruit to hire data mapping. So there we
Oh,
will map that.
okay. So for EC, we need to go to position management and integrate with the
Yeah,
onboarding.
correct.
Okay,
RCM to. Yeah.
got it. And contagion workers, uh,
Mhm.
we are not supporting, and as well as okay, field glass application will take care of contingent workers, right?
Which application?
Field glass. Because my client
Not
is using
aware of that.
field glass for contingent workers, so that's why I'm asking. Okay, no worries.
That is outside of SAP product, I think, right?
It's
No,
SAP
field
only.
glass is the SAP only. No, I have one question. This Abhishek, this like you said that the contingent worker or like this onboarding doesn't have that
Hmm.
this like I didn't get that what you have mentioned regarding the contingent worker. Like what you don't do in the onboarding for contingent worker.
Like contingent workers, we have a separate process in the employee central, right? To initiate the contingent workers. So if you want to do the contingent workers from onboarding, like the process will not come. Like global assignment, how we will initiate from the employee central. We have the transaction of global assignment, right? If we initiate there, we can opt it for the onboarding also. Global assignment also can come through the onboarding. But when it comes to the contingent worker, it will not support the onboarding. They cannot come from the onboarding process if it is a contingent worker. If they want to definitely come from the onboarding, then they have to terminate in the EC and they have to commit as a rehire.
Okay, like you try to say that for, only for the regular employees only this feature is there in the onboarding, not for the temporary workers, right? Like this
Yeah,
onboarding feature.
correct. Yes,
Okay,
correct.
okay, got it.
Maybe in the future enhancements, they will release this also. Earlier, for global assignment, also, we do not have the onboarding. Recently, 1H 2024, they have released that global assignment also. They, it will support in the onboarding. So, like that, maybe in future, they might release because this is also a new product. Onboarding 2.5 is new product, right? So, they are also just enhancing the things which we are raising from as enhancements.
Okay, got it. Sorry, I just joined late. Yeah, there is the integration with RCM and EC. You said, right? Like data from RCM is
Mhm.
mapped into onboarding. Mapped into onboarding means like it's like it should like it is mapped through integration, or how it is getting mapped.
It's like a mapping tool, actually, Abhishek. So what will happen is we have some mapping tool which is recruit to hire data mapping. There we have the field level mapping. Whatever fields are required, let's say first name, last name, date of birth, and
Mm.
a national ID, whatever details we are giving in the RCM, that should flow to onboarding. That field level mapping we will be doing. That is not from the integration. If it is external ATS system, like instead of SF, like SuccessFactors RCM, if they are using some other RM systems like recruiting systems, in that time integration will play a role here.
Okay, so it's not through integration center. It's direct field mapping. You are
It's
saying, right?
direct. It's direct
Yeah.
field mapping. Yeah, I'll show that in the sessions. How can we do that?
Yeah, okay, fine. I have just one another like I have one this thing, right? Just since you have mentioned this integration, so you have
Mm,
like a onboarding 2.0 having a integration with DocuSign,
DocuSign. Yeah.
yeah, for the like say offer letter signings and all. So is it with like you have any idea on this thing, this area?
Offer letter signings and all will be come under the RCM. That will be the RCM to DocuSign integration. That will not part of the onboarding. And when it comes to the onboarding, we have the e-signature step. There we will be using the DocuSign also. Like few clients will use the DocuSign and few clients will use the e-sign. So we have to sign the documents by using the DocuSign there. Like onboarding has to sign the documents.
Okay, so the integration with like with onboarding to DocuSign, right? Like or via RCM. Like I didn't get that thing. So what do you say? No,
Uh,
the,
mhm.
okay, we can discuss this later also. You please go ahead.
Yeah, let me tell you. Like the
Yeah, yeah.
integration between RCM and DocuSign is different, and integration between onboarding and DocuSign is different. For that, we have separate configuration for onboarding to DocuSign integration. We should have the corporate DocuSign account for that. When we have that corporate DocuSign account, we can integrate with the onboarding. That is not a big process. That is just a small process for the onboarding.
Okay.
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 If the client
Yeah.
already having the RCM and DocuSign integration, then already they have the corporate account, right? That we can use it for the onboarding as well.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. You can go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, you can move to next slide also. So we have some benefits of the using SAP SuccessFactors onboarding. Main is the data consistency. Okay, whatever data is coming from the onboarding, that will be completely available in the employee central with this onboarding 2.0. But when it comes to onboarding 1.0, what will happen now? So like that is a field-based mapping again, and we have some limitations for the onboarding 1.4 to employee central mapping because that is a standalone system, and we have the separate mapping tools and all for them. That's the reason we are having some data inconsistencies and all when it comes to the onboarding 1.0 to EC, but it is fully integrated with employee central onboarding 2.0. So there is no data inconsistency here. Whatever is filled in the onboarding, that will directly come to the employee central. Let's say you can take it as an example, address or national ID. So if we build 2 or 3 national IDs given in the onboarding, then the mapping perspective was difficult, and sometimes if data inconsistency was there in the onboarding 1.0. If they give 2 to 3 national IDs, then only 1 or 2 national IDs use it to flow to onboarding to EC. So when it comes to onboarding 2.0, if you give 3 national IDs, those 3 national IDs will come into the employee central data flow. So that consistency is there in the onboarding 2.0. Since it is fully integrated with the employee central, we are just using the employee central data models.
Okay, so no
And
specific data model with onboarding 2.0, right? Like,
no specific data model, Abhishek. Like whatever data models we'll be using for EC, like succession data model,
okay,
country-specific
so
succession
yeah.
data model, we'll be using, right? Same
Mm.
data models we will be using for the onboarding also. Just we have to enable some person types there. And
Okay.
yeah. And the user interface and also the UI experience also will be different from the onboarding 1.0 to onboarding 2.0. I don't know whether you have seen the UI experience of onboarding 1.0 anytime. It was completely different than onboarding 2.0. So onboarding 2.0 is like if you are working in the employee central, you might know the add new employee page, right? So same in the admin employee page, how we can see the portlets level like identity information, personal information, name information, and national ID information like that. All the portlets, how can we see in the admin employee page? Same like that, we can see in the like onboarding page also. Onboarding also can see the required portlets and they can provide the details. It's like a same UI experience. But when it comes to 1.0, na, it will be completely different. That legacy page will become, and that is quite different from the 2.0. Okay. And user also doesn't feel like I have given in the another system when it comes to the onboarding. And now I'm seeing in the different system in employee central, like UI perspective will be so different and all they will feel. So when it comes to onboarding 2.0, they'll be feel like unique experience, like whatever they have provided and how the UI will be visible. Same UI will be available in the employee central as well. So it will be clear for them as well. Okay, and also we have some delegation of tasks and related to tasks we have so many enhancements in the onboarding 2.0 which we will not support for the onboarding 1.0. When it comes to the 2.0, it will allow to track all the tasks related to the whether it is in progress, whether it is completed. We have some new hire tasks as well, like assign a buddy, hire. Like when you are joining an organization, someone has to guide you for all the things related to the policies and trainings and all, right? For all the things we can track within the system itself. For tracking those, we can use the onboarding tasks. So along with the they have some set of standard tasks. Along with the standard tasks, we have the custom tasks as well. So in that custom tasks, we can configure whatever is required, custom related. All those things we will be doing, and we have the standard tasks also we can use. But when it comes to 1.0, custom tasks was not supporting. It's just a new feature is coming from the onboarding 2.0. We can use the custom tasks and custom email notifications as well for the all custom tasks. Okay, and login also will be almost same like a EC. Like how can we log in through the EC? Same like that, we can use the login from onboarding as well. Like we are giving the username and password, and we are setting up the just credentials and giving our username and password to log into the employee central system, right? Same like that, we have the onboarding login also.
Okay, so
Okay.
for this login purpose, do we using these IS IPS things, or like it's like how we are?
Yeah, next onwards we will have to use, it is mandatory to use, right? After 2025 IAS is the mandatory, like basic authentication is deprecating, since we have to use the IAS. So that time IAS, from IAS we'll get the emails, user experience will not change anything, just email will change little, that's it,
Okay,
except
no,
that
now,
everything will be same.
okay.
Yeah.
Now, when you're launching this onboarding, so are you launching it from this BJX, or like is it like how we are actually accessing this one? Like, is it direct?
Yeah, it is direct to the BizX only as of now. But if we
Okay,
integrate with the IAS, only mail will trigger to the trigger from the IAS, and data, like whatever password reset we have to do, like password creation, that we will doing through the IAS. Except that everything coming from the BizX system only. Like every configuration we will be doing with the BizX system only.
okay. So you have you ever done this configuration for IS7? Like actually, I'm like end to end things I'm not actually fully aware of. So just asking if you.
Yeah, even end to end, I didn't do the IAS. I just did the testing
Uh,
for onboarding for IAS, like
okay.
how the mails will trigger from IAS, and what are the things we need to check. That testing I've done, but as of now, end to end, even I didn't get a chance to work on it.
What is the question, by the way?
IAS, we know,
Yeah,
IAS
but what is the
implementation.
okay? So it's related to the onboarding. Otherwise, I can interfere here.
Not really, it's related to whole SF,
Okay.
like in SuccessFactors, we will be using the identity authentication services, right? Like basic authentication is deprecating on next releases. So
Yeah, that tool
IAS
will
is
only identify
mandatory
or
to
authenticate the
use.
users. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. That configuration Abhishek is asking. So I said I didn't get a chance to work on it as of now. End-to-end implementation of IAS.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. You can go ahead. No problem.
Okay. Yeah, you can go to next slide. Yeah. So this is our overall process flow for the onboarding module. Okay. If you can see, first step is the initiation of onboarding. It is from recruiting module, or it is from external ATS, like external recruiting module, SFRCM or external RCM. We can use the initiation of onboarding. From initiation of onboarding will come to the picture. Before that, it will be all the process of recruitment process. Candidate will be part of the recruitment. It's not into the onboarding. Once candidate is initiated the onboarding, then it will be the part of onboarding. And we have this pre-day one activities. If anything pre-day one related activities has to be done, like before coming to the before coming to the office, or before joining into the office, if anything it has to provide or has to bring to the office, that we'll call it as a pre-day one activities. That pre-day one activities, if anything is there, that will be coming under the pre-day one activities. Okay. And also we have the internal activities or hiring manager activities will be there. So which is nothing but the, like we have several steps for the onboarding. So a few will be taking care of the hiring manager or HR, and few will be taking care of the employee. Like few has to provided by the employee, few has to completed by the hiring manager. That internal activities, we have this review new hire data step in onboarding. So in that step, hiring manager or HR has to complete these activities under the part of internal activities. And here, after the internal hire activities, we will come to the few paper collection work, which can be done by the onboarding candidate. Okay, once they have provided all the documents, here we have the fourth step as the e-signature, right? Here it will come to the e-signature step, whether it is a e-signature or document signature. Okay. Like Abhishek, you asked, right? E-signature or DocuSign is available here. Here it will come into a
Yeah,
picture.
yes, my
E-signature
question.
or DocuSign we can use for the onboarding. Yeah, you can continue.
Okay, so for the e-signature, is there anything like some inbuilt thing in the onboarding? Like suppose
Yes.
for I'm just taking example of LMS, like in learning management system, we have this e-signature feature in SuccessFactors, so we can
Mm,
directly sign anything. So in onboarding, is there any
mm.
such like?
Yeah, in onboarding also it's like a SuccessFactors e-signature only, embedded e-signature. So
Oh,
onboarding itself we can do the e-signature without going to the DocuSign.
yeah,
E-signature is like a part of onboarding, so we can directly do the e-signature. Like candidate can do the signature by using this feature.
okay,
This is inbuilt.
yeah,
Like
understood.
no other extra corporate account is not required and extra DocuSign account is not required like that.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Yeah. And once candidate is signed the documents in the new hire dashboard, we can see the status of the status of the candidate, like whether it is in progress or it is just not started or it is completed. All the statuses, whether it is tasks or it is the status of the steps, all those things we can track in the new hire dashboard. And also whatever documents they have submitted or signed, everything we can see it under the new hire dashboard. Okay. And after that, we have this orientation training and planning as well, right? This orientation training and planning also will come under the task. So if there is any specific trainings for the new onboarding, or if it is any sessions we need to plan for the onboarding, that we will be doing through the orientation and training planning. That can be done in the tasks. So that is also we can track in the new hire dashboard itself. Okay. And also at last we have this cross-boarding. So cross-boarding is nothing but the internal hire. So we will be having the internal hire and rehires and offboarding also is part of the onboarding. We do not have to buy a separate license for cross-boarding or offboarding. Whenever we buy it for the onboarding, it will come along with the onboarding license itself. Offboarding and cross-boarding also we can use. That is completely based on the client decision if they want to use cross-boarding and offboarding.
Okay. So all these are, as you said, all are for these regular employees, not for any temporary workers.
Yeah, it's not for temporary. Correct.
Yeah, ma'am. Just one more question I
Mm.
just wanted to ask. Like what type of like just suppose for perspective, I'm asking like what type of work generally we get in onboarding, this 2.0, like.
Like you mean to say support or it's just for
No,
the
yeah,
normal?
yeah, just suppose perspective, I'm asking, like what type of work generally comes, like how,
Mm.
like any example of issues that you can
Yeah,
highlight.
yeah, sure. So when it comes to the support issues, few things will be coming for the dashboard related. Like candidates are initiated from the onboard RCM, but the candidates are not coming to the onboarding dashboard. That is one type of issue we'll get. And also sometimes e-signature is logged and it is not getting like it is not getting open for the candidate to complete the e-signature or document signature. Okay. And also we will get something related to the compliance related, like compliance step has not been completed, but candidate is already hired in AC. In that case, how to complete the compliance tasks. Very
Mm.
few issues will get from the onboarding 2.0 since it is fully integrated. support perspective, it is less work only when it comes to the 2.0.
Okay. So you said that's compliance thing, right? That means it should integrate with LMS also, right? Learning management system, because the training, like suppose one user is getting onboarded, they should complete all those training things. Then only it will fulfill all.
That is LMS, like the trainings and all will be integrated with the LMS only, like onboarding to
Yeah. So
LMS
once you
integrated.
complete the training, then only it will be this thing will be completed, right? This
No,
onboarding
Abhishek,
thing.
sorry to
no,
interrupt.
no.
Sorry, Satya. Training is
Yeah.
LMS is a separate process, so it's not directly
Yeah,
integrated.
I know now why I'm asking, because since ma'am's mentioned about the compliance thing, right? So like I'm just asking whether it's a question about integration. So that's why just like
Yeah,
I'm not asking
basically,
anything out of onboarding things.
no. I
All are,
just want to inform about this. When
yeah,
you're talking about, I work on LMS, so I thought of giving some
yeah. That's why
glimpse
like
of.
I'm asking. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not asking anything out of this like onboarding topic. So
No.
yeah,
You
all
can
are,
definitely ask. I just
yeah,
want to give some clarity about LMS. That's all. You can
yeah,
definitely ask.
yes, yeah, yeah. Okay, no problem.
So basically the integration why organizations do with LMS is once the employee is onboarded, so before hiring, they need to complete certain courses. So that in the
Yeah.
onboarding dashboard itself, there are some tasks. So in the tasks, employees might need to complete certain trainings uh, where the integration mostly happens to the integration center, sending the data from the platform to LMS to get
Okay.
the employee credential and get the data, employee data created in LMS. LMS is a separate instance.
Yeah. Yes. That I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Kiran.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
actually, yeah, Abhishek, as you asked, LMS is the separate and compliance is not related to the LMS. This is country compliance forms, okay, that they has
Okay.
to complete while completing the onboarding process itself. It's not a part of the any other system integrations. It's just a compliance forms they
Okay.
have to provide mandatorily. Let's say if US is there, then we have this I-9 forms and US state withholding forms and all. so while providing the onboarding itself, they has to complete it mandatorily. Okay. And if UK
Okay.
is there, they have some starter checklist form for UK. So they have to complete that UK starter checklist form. That will be commit as a compliance task and compliance form in the onboarding steps.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, it's not with the any other like any other integration or
Yeah,
system
application
setup.
related.
It's just
Yeah,
a
yeah.
part of onboarding application only.
Satya, are
Yeah.
you going
Thanks.
to cover these multi-country compliance forms
Yes, Kiran.
during the
Like
training?
we have, yeah, we have 6 countries right now. We have the 6 countries which is having the compliance. So all 6 countries forms will be doing in the like in the training.
Okay.
So I have one
Has
small
a
question, like just to ask, like,
yeah.
yeah, it's again like I'm asking related to this integration thing. So this thing is like I want to clarify this thing, like yeah, as you said that this only direct mapping is there with EC, right? Field mapping,
Hmm.
right? So
Yeah.
so once a hire is happened, right? Like a new hire happen. So
Hmm.
uh, like I'm not like the first system is it's in the employee central, right? And
Hmm.
then the how recruitment thing is like also it's coming. So the total thing I wanted to understand, like how this three system is working together. So where
Yeah,
the
that flow is from, yeah, I will tell that flow, Abhishek, actually. First of all, that flow is from RCM. Okay, once you conducted the interviews, application, interview, offer letter, offer acceptance, everything will be done in the RCM, which is part of the recruiting. Okay, first system
okay,
is recruiting. So from RCM to data will come to the onboarding. Second is onboarding. Okay. Whatever
okay,
data is collected in the RCM, that will come to onboarding based on the offer acceptance status. If it is offer accepted and candidate is going to join, then it will come to the onboarding. Once onboarding paperwork, e-signatures, whatever documents are required to sign, if all the documents are signed, then it will come to the employee central manage pending hires. Okay. So from manage pending hires, it will come to the employee central. This is flow from RCM to onboarding and onboarding to employee central.
Okay, but employee central we generally create what to say, we create the data, right? First, since I don't have any idea about this RCM and also that's why asking. Like separate hiring is happening in the onboarding also. Hiring means like creating datas, uploading datas, or like the new hires and all.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
employee central we'll do it, but it is manual, right? Manual onboarding process, and as a admins we will do like add new employee or
Yeah,
whatever
no,
import
data upload, mass data upload
data
also we
will
do.
get.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like data upload as we are doing as a HR admins or a configuration team, we will doing like data migration from employee central. But
Mm.
onboarding and RCM is from candidate perspective. We are not doing
Okay.
it anything manually. Like from application, like when you're joining in an organization, first thing what you will do, you will apply, right?
Yeah,
Some
yeah, yeah.
site will be there like career site or something will be there will be a job posting and you will apply, right? That
Yeah.
application will be part of the recruiting. That is that anyone is not doing, like it's not from the client team or HR admins team or nothing. It's from the candidate. We are getting the application from candidate, and after we apply the job, we will shortlist and we have this L1, L2 interviews. And once that interviews is done, if you select, then offer release will be there. And different stages are there in the RCM. Okay. After all those stages, candidate will come to the onboarding. You are accepted the offer. You need to provide some certain details. Once you accept the offer, you have to provide the documentation, right? Like your national
Mm.
ID details, PAN or Aadhaar number, and also your phone number, address, and your education details, documents, and also previous experience details. These all we have to collect, right? When you are doing
Yeah.
it from EC, you're not collecting all these things, right? Manually.
Mm.
Directly, we are just uploading the data into the
Yeah,
system,
yeah.
whatever we have from the HR admins or system. We are just uploading it. But when it comes to the onboarding and RCM, it will be accurate with the candidate. Like candidate itself is providing all the data.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you understand
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, yes. Thanks for clarifying.
Okay. No problem. Yeah, you can go to next slide, Ajit.
Sure, sir.
Yeah. So this is the whole onboarding process, guys. Okay. Whatever we do in the onboarding 2.0 configuration, everything will be doing within this process only. Here, if you can see, first of all, candidate ready to hire and initiate onboarding in recruiting pipeline. These statuses are there, right? This is from the recruiting. If you can see from recruiting module, we can initiate the onboarding first step. And if you come to the second step is review new hire data, which is nothing but whatever data we have captured in the recruitment system, HR or hiring manager will just review the data, which is correct or wrong, like job position details. And like if there is a position integration, we will give the position details, job title, job role of the particular candidate, right? All those data will be reviewed by the hiring manager or HR admin in this second step, which is a review new hire data step. Okay. So once the review new hire data step is completed, then it will trigger to the candidate. Candidate will receive the welcome email saying that, hey, you have to log into the SuccessFactors page to provide your onboarding details. You can create your unique password by clicking on this link, and you can click this and just provide the details. Okay, they can reset you, they can create their own password, they can log in back to the system, and they can just update the data, whatever is required. That will be part of the personal and additional data collection. If you can see personal data collection and additional data collection is there 4, 5, right? Which is nothing but the data collection, paperwork of the employee. Okay. And also we have parallelly tasks will trigger. At the time of review new hire data, whatever tasks are required to trigger, that also after completion of review new hire data, the tasks will trigger to the respective team. Respective team in the sense sometimes it will be like a onboarding. Few tasks will be with the onboarding, few tasks will be with the hiring manager, few tasks will be with the HR admin. If you can see assign a buddy to onboarding, it will be assigned to manager, and checklist is there. It will be assigned to IT team or HR admin team something. Request equipment, it will be assigned to again manager. Like manager, whatever request that will be assigned to them, and that will trigger to that particular person who is the assignee. This is the task. And after completion of personal and additional data collection, we have the compliance task. Only few countries will have this compliance task. As of now, it is with UK, Australia, India, uh, New Zealand, Spain, and US. As of now, these 6 countries having the compliance forms. Okay, only for these countries we will be configuring the compliance form that will just trigger, and they can complete any time, any period of time compliance forms before the start date. And also we have this document flow or sign, which is nothing but the e-signature or document signature. Once candidate is completed all these steps, they will have some certain agreements or policy agreements and NDA forms and all. That forms will come and the document flow or sign will come. Okay, here they can just maintain it as a signing the documents. After signing the documents, candidate will come to the manage pending hires. So here manage pending hires is a bridge, almost like a bridge between the onboarding and employee central. So in the review new hire data, only few details will be there. But when it comes to the manage pending hires, whatever details is filled by the onboarding, all those data will come like phone information, phone related details, address related details, and everything will come into the manage pending hires. So here HR admin or hiring manager again review the data, whatever is filled by the onboarding, and they can submit the hire. Once they completed the manage pending hires, it will come to the employee central. After completion of manage pending hires, it will come to employee central. This is overall process flow for onboarding. So whatever configurations you do, we have to do within this flow. Okay, is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can move to next slide. So here we have the training agenda, like what are the topics we will be covering in the part of training, in this training, okay, in this onboarding 2.0 training. Okay, here it will come to the introduction and overview. So in this introduction and overview, we will just cover what is the onboarding and what are the steps are there in the onboarding, and what are the terminologies we will be using for the onboarding, what are the step names we will call, and what are the SAP tools are available, like SAP for me and KBA's tools. All those things we will be covering into the onboarding 2.0 terminologies. Okay, and also we have this prerequisite. What the prerequisites are there for the onboarding 2.0? What should we enable or what should we configure before configuration of the onboarding 2.0? What is legacy onboarding and onboarding 2.0 features? Onboarding end-to-end implementation process, like how can we do the end-to-end process of the onboarding, and enable of onboarding 2.0 module. Like if you can see other outside of this organization, no one will show the provisioning settings, right? Like they will just enable onboarding module in provisioning, they will sell. But here we will be showing the provisioning settings as well. What are the settings need to enable? What is provisioning? First of all, many people will don't know about the provisioning until we work on the employee central or SuccessFactors modules. Many people doesn't use the provisioning system. So here we will be showing the provisioning settings also. And we have the person type enablement for the onboarding. Like how can we enable for the onboarding of the person types and how to configure related to the onboarding data model and the employee data model. And we have this configuration of different hire types, like how can we define the different hire types, like hire, internal hire, rehire, global assignment, all the configuration of hire types will be showing. And also in the process flow configuration, if you can see in the before slide, we have the set of process flow. How can we define that process flow? That we will be showing in the part of training. Defining of the process flow configuration of the personal data collection, and if there is any required data for the additional data collection, and event reasons. How can we use the event reasons for the onboarding? If any pick lists are there, how to create that pick list, and cascading pick list creation. All those things we will be covering under this training. Okay. You can move to next slide, Ajay. Okay.
Ma'am, is there any
Here we will
requirement?
be.
Is there any
Yeah.
requirement of creating any rules and all, like any business rules and all? Do we need to
Yes,
create any?
yes. Yes, we need to create the business rules. Like most of the things we will be depending on the business rules only in onboarding to onboard. For each and every step, we have to create certain business rules. That also we will be showing how to create the business rules and which scenarios we have to take for the business rules and where to assign. All those things I'll be telling. Okay. And here, the additional data collection, how to add the additional data collection, like whatever is not part of the standard data collection, that will come into the additional data collection configuration. So how to do the additional data collection, and what are the UI, how can we show that UI to the onboardees for the additional data collection, the UI configurations, and creation of responsible groups. How can we create the responsible groups? Like responsible groups are nothing but hiring manager, HR admin, like whoever is responsible for that particular steps, for them we'll be creating some responsible groups. So how to create that responsible groups, and e-signature setup, like what is the SuccessFactors e-signature and DocuSign signature. If there is something corporate DocuSign, then how to set up those e-signature and DocuSign. And print form services enablement. So this print form services is the prerequisite for the documents. Like the documents, if you need to sign for the e-signature or DocuSign, we should have some configuration for the documents. That documents, to upload those documents into the system, we should have this print form services enabled. Okay, how to enable that print form services and how to raise the request with SAP regarding the print form services, that we will be covering into the training. And also enablement of the enablement and configuration of the standard onboarding tasks. We have a standard onboarding task, how to enable that standard tasks, and also custom tasks configuration. If anything is custom related, what should we do? All those things we will be covering. And also emails, like we have the different emails for each process. Okay, after completion of review new hire data, we have this welcome email will trigger. Along with that, we have different mails for different processes. Like after completion of additional data collection, candidate has to sign the documents. Then they should trigger a mail. Let's say you have to sign the documents. Please sign it. After signing the document, also HR admin should receive a mail. This person is completed the onboarding process, like that. Like that also, we can configure the custom emails and the custom emails configuration. Okay. And also we can use the onboarding actions and general settings. Like in the general settings, what are the settings has to enable for the onboarding, and restart onboarding, cancel onboarding. All the settings will be part of this onboarding training. RCM to onboarding integration configuration. Like integration is nothing but a mapping tool. So from that mapping tool, how can we integrate between RCM and onboarding? We'll be showing. Okay, you can move to next slide. Yeah, and here we have this compliance forms configuration. So I said, right, only few countries will be available for the compliance forms. So those countries we need to do some set of configurations for few forms. Few countries it's just an enablement, and few countries it's just have to configure some forms. So that compliance forms configuration and settings we'll be doing, and also in the hire or rehire and internal hire configuration, like based on the highest different hire types, how to do the internal hire configuration, and role based permission setup, like which permission has to give for the which one. All those role based permission setup we'll be discussing. Role based permissions are so important in onboarding as well. For across the SAP like SF module, role-based permissions will play a key role. So same with the onboarding as well. Role-based permissions is so important, and we have to give the necessary permissions for appropriate permissions for the users. And also we have the offboarding, like how we will do the configure the offboarding process also. Offboarding is nothing but termination, like termination process, how we will be configuring the termination process and all. We'll be discussing in the part of offboarding. And last we will be doing the workbook review, how the onboarding workbook will be, and how can we explain to the client regarding the workbook, and what are the things we need to be configured, like to be added in the workbook, and if you noted down something in the workbook, that we will be coming to the onboarding workbook review. And also
How many work
troubleshooting
there?
part, like only one workbook. Like in EC, I know maybe in EC perspective, you are asking, we have different workbooks in EC regarding the legal entities and all.
Hey,
But when it
yeah.
comes to onboarding, it will be the only one workbook. Like if they want different workbooks for different countries, country based, then same workbook we will copy and we just make the changes.
Mm.
Okay. And troubleshooting and onboarding, like if we are having some issues in the onboarding, how to do the troubleshooting, like it's for support purpose mostly, like when we are getting some issues, how to troubleshoot, where to check, what are the things we need to be aware to check regarding the issues, that will be covering under the troubleshooting part. And after completion of the course, we will give some time to prepare. And after preparation, we will just conduct the mock interviews and we'll prepare, like we will just conduct mock interviews, and we will just give the feedback, like how you have to prepare well. And we will give the preparation, we will give some set of questions after the training, like that.
Will you give the demo access? As I don't like.
Yeah, yes, like to practice, right? To practice, we will
Yeah,
give
yeah.
the demo system. Yeah.
That is something, Abhishek, which we can cover during the, towards the end of the call. So you will getting access. Don't
Yeah.
worry. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. No.
Yeah. So this is about the all the topics which we will be covering in the part of the training. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm happy to take.
Yeah, I think, Satya, we have pretty much covered everything. Satya, I think,
Yeah.
do you want to just, talk more about the overall implementation or the support projects into which you have worked out, as well as, the countries which you have supported, so that, our participants will get to know more about your expertise as well?
Yeah, sure, Rajit. I have done as of now 4 implementations in onboarding 2.0, and I have done 3 migrations from onboarding 1.0 to onboarding 2.0, and I have supported various countries, like as of now I have done with the Australia, UK, Canada, and India, and also South Africa, Germany, Tunisia, Italy, and currently I'm doing with the Brazil also. I'm currently with Brazil, and when it comes to the Brazil, like it's little different. Like Latin countries are little different than EMEA and APAC region. So maybe this is first time I'm doing the Latin countries. This will help us for the training as well, and all LATAM countries, how it will be and what are the different requirements for the LATAM countries. I'll get to know maybe now. And also I have worked on the support project. Like currently, whatever projects I have done the implementation, right now I'm doing the support as well for all the countries. So whatever support issues are getting and all, I'm just doing it as a tickets and how to troubleshoot. Like whatever issues I'm getting, that also I'm just adding into the here as a issues and real time issues. Like we are just adding what are the requirements I'm getting, what are the difficult requirements, I'm just adding into this training as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hope it's clear.
So this was, I think a very high level walkthrough in terms of what ONB module is and, what all we will be covering. And I think most of us have already connected with Vinod or either me offline in terms of, covering in terms of how we are going to be covering this session, what all benefits you will be getting in the form of perks like that. Abhishek, the question which you had, we are planning to cover theoretical as well as practical based sessions, and the whole module which we plan to cover it between 25 to 30 live sessions. We normally cover these sessions during weekdays based on everyone's availability as well as the trainer's availability. You will be also getting a system access, which will be provided through Altivision, so that, post coverage of each and every session, you can keep practicing yourself through the system access, which we will be providing. You will be also having this access with you for practicing for at least 90 days, meaning, if we cover the training within a month's time frame, you will be also having access to the system for remainder 60 days so that, you keep upgrading yourself and practicing the overall sessions which we'll be conducting. You will be getting a training certification as well through us. And the other key benefit which we have, which is one of our, again, USP, is that we normally support our students to get the SAP Global certification as well. To talk more about the data, we had almost 25 plus students who had obtained global certification, during past 60 odd days. So that's something where, we also support and assist our students as well to get the certification done when it comes to the respective module as such. Any last minute questions? Anything, Vinod, you have to add over here? Vinod, if you're talking, you're on mute.
Yeah. So guys, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me or you can ask right now also. We have some 5 minutes more time. Any question?
No, we are good.
Also, one more benefit that whatever the sessions we are going to cover, that is been going to be recorded, and you will be having the access of that recordings as well. Okay, for a certain period of time, so that you can review the recording, you can keep practicing. Okay. So Ajit, over to you.
Yep. Once again, thank you so much, everyone, for taking out time from a bit busy schedule to, get into learning world. Satya, our trainer, thank you so much for your time, and happy Friday, as well as, have a great weekend to everyone.
Thank you, Ajit. Thank you
Thank you.
everyone for taking this time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.